to the painting of the day, live paint gazing. If we're just meeting for the first time, hello, hi. My name is Linda. I'm an intuitive artist. I use art to connect to my divine source and bring forward messages. I do private readings and make oracle cards and things like that. But the calendar, this is just a plain old desktop calendar. I use it. It started as like my personal journal because I just practice every day and connect. Well, most days you can see some blank spots. So most days I like to get on here and do a paint gazing session, a little mini one to just check in and get some messages for the day ahead. So the way that works is I will. I'm usually not live on this platform, so it will probably be slow going for a little bit. But if anybody is watching live and wants to say hi, I will have you pick the colors. And the way that we pick colors is by picking a number. The paints are all labeled with numbers. They go from 1 to 45. I do that because my readings are on Zoom, so it helps to be able to see the color or see the numbers to talk about them. So you can pick a number between 1 to 45. I'll use those colors and I'll just pour them directly on the little square, squish them out, and then it'll kind of create like a cloudy or like ink blot kind of thing. And then I'll develop whatever the images are that I see in them, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what it could represent, what it could mean for the day ahead. And I think of it as channeling. I'm tuning into my divine source. I'm to the collective energies and bringing it forward. So the messages are usually pretty darn relevant and sometimes profound. And then after that, I will pull a card from this deck. I make these cards. These are all different oracle cards. They come from paint gazing sessions. That's the one from yesterday, actually, that have been done in the past, larger one paint gazing sessions, and I make them into oracle cards. That's what they look like. And if there's time, and if there's anyone here at the end who wants a card, I'll do a few private, individual card readings too. So yeah, that's the day. That's what we're doing. So if you're watching live, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you would like to help pick a color, you can pick a number between 1 and 45. That'll give us our background colors. I'm going to start by putting some paper towel under here to catch some of that paint. Yeah. Let me just move in some things out of the way here. So if you're watching live, say hi. Let me know you're here. I'm going to get started here. And you can pick a number. The numbers go from 1 to 45. Let's see. What does 29 look like today? Maybe, or no, it's the 28th. Let's do some 28. That'll be one of our colors today. We'll put it like that. Hey, Michael, how you doing today? So yeah, if you want to pick a color, you pick a number between 1 and 45. Put that up here for a second. There we go. So 28 and 14. Thank you. Oh, that'll go nicely. It's kind of fiery today, and I'm digging it. So yeah, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what the heck you're tuned into, hello and welcome. My name is Linda. This is a mini paint gazing session. So I'll be putting some paint down, squishing it around, developing the image in it, and then interpreting that for a message for the day ahead. So if you'd like to pick a color, you just pick a number between 1 and 45. I put a link in the comments there. So if anybody wants to enter for a chance to win a free session. I do full size, like a full size, but a full hour paint gazing session. So if you get lots of insights for your life path and things like that. I'm just looking at something here. All right. We'll start painting in a second. Yeah, and if anybody wants to pick a color, I know there's a little bit of a delay. I'll wait for that. The numbers go from 1 to 45. Just put the number of your choice in the comments and we'll add that to the colors. I thank you all for joining me this morning. I'm not live on this platform very often, so it's nice. I'm going to start coming over this way more and more. All right, so these are our colors today. Maybe we'll throw one. If Michael, if you're still here, if you want to pick another one, you're more than welcome to. Last call for anybody who wants to pick a color. They go from 1 to 45. Just put the number that you pick in there. Throw this 17 in there, like that. Okay, plastic. We'll start with these. Trying to get them out of the frame. Okay. So just as a reminder, the intention for the reading today is just what do we need to know for the day ahead? And here we go. It's a fun one. This one looks like a person balancing on one leg or something. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let me know where you're watching from. I am in Wisconsin in the U.S. and it is a beautiful morning for me here. The birds were chirping and stuff. We're supposed to get some storms later, but it doesn't look too bad right now. Beautiful day. Can't complain. Got coffee and I'm painting and the sun is out. Let's see what's under that. I like these colors. They're pretty vibrant. Let's see what we get. Try to pull them away from her. I don't want to overlap her too much. Powerful combination. So yeah, let me know what you're seeing in that. If you see anything in there, I'm gonna get a photo of it. Give me a second. I feel like there's a couple of eyes here, like there's some sort of being maybe. It's interesting. I also feel like there's like a little fish coming around over here. And then when I see the fish, then it makes me think of like, I don't know, lobster or crab claws or something like that. It does kind of have a swimming feeling, like things are kind of swirling around. Now I'm seeing this as like a shrimp. Hmm. Yeah, let me know what you think. I'm gonna get set up to paint it. I'm feeling like little lobsters or something. I have to try to remember what a lobster looks like. Hmm. I'll get myself a reference. I'm gonna do one up here. Do they bend like that? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Let's give it an eyeball first. I like to start with the eye whenever I paint some sort of being. Too much water on that. All right, we'll start there. And then I like that. Yeah, and it's just kind of like that, I think. Maybe there's a couple lobsters. It's a lobster party. Now, hey, Cobra Kai kid, how you doing? All right, it needs. Where's its claws gonna be? Maybe the. Make this one. Yeah, this one might only have one claw. Or on this side. Hey, Marcy, good morning. Well, thank you. I'm going to figure out legs for it. Let's do one here. And here. There's so much water in this brush, I don't know. All right, I'm going to put some black lines on there to really commit to this lobster. So how's everyone doing today? How's your day going? There we go. I woke up with a little stuffy something myself, Marcy. I hear ya. I really like that claw now. I just don't know where his other one is. Because I kind of feel like there might be another lobster down here. Okay. Or maybe his other claw is like right here. Oh, I think he's like got some gold. These look like little coins. Right on. Hmm. So is it like spring stuff growing for you, Marcy? Is that where are you? What part of the country are you in? I forget. I feel like you're southwest of me a little bit, like down in Missouri or something. But What is this over here? So I thought it was a fish or something, but now I feel like, oh, it's like a gold pot or something like that. Oh, yeah, everything falls down into the valley, doesn't it? Yeah. It's beautiful when it's blooming, though, isn't it? Do I want to put another lobster over there? I don't know. Thanks, Omer. I'm glad you like it. I feel like I want to mirror this tube shape. There. What do y'all think? Should we put another lobster or just leave it red? I'm going to do it. I'm going for it. I'm going to put another lobster here, I think. Yeah. Let's do it like a little smaller one, maybe. So just FYI, if you want a painting made for you, I'm doing a giveaway. There should be a link in the what you call it, in the comments. Yes. It's funny when I'm in image mode, I can't do words. Where are your little claws? They're back in here somewhere, I think. So what's your favorite season? Do you like spring? I like fall and spring. I like the in between. I mean, summers. They're all nice in different ways, but I do love. I like the fresh newness of spring. I'm really enjoying. I don't know. I get excited about new ideas and possibilities in the springtime. Yeah, you're a spring and fall person too. I like those like transition seasons. Do you get uh, like rain and stuff like that in the winter? Do you have much of a cool down where you're at? What do you think these are doing? Do you think they're fighting over the gold? Why do lobsters need gold? Oh, you do get some freezing. All right. When I lived in Arizona, one of my favorite things was when they would spray the fruit tree, the citrus trees with water before it freeze, and then they'd all be covered in these little like ice. It looks so cool. All right, I think this is complete. So I'm gonna finish my video and then do the reading. Not always sunny. When I lived in Arizona, people would come up when it would rain and stuff. People would actually like come out. I lived in this apartment, and they'd all come out on the balconies and look at the rain. And I was like, because I'm from the Midwest, where it rains all the time, and they were really excited when it would rain because it doesn't always happen. Let me move this out of the way. Get a little closer here. Really do love these colors together. I think they're really dynamic. It feels like today's got a lot of, maybe contrasting energy, you know? Oh yeah, Lake Havasu gets all that good stuff out there, doesn't it? That's a pretty area too. So yeah, so we've got these. I feel like when I see lobsters, I tend to think of like the deep. They're such an interesting being because like they're water, but they also are on the um, kind of on the earth, right? Like they kind of crawl and things like that. So they're this very earthy, very deep. And so I feel like they're coming across some treasure. There's like this open thing that's happening over here, this open vessel that feels like it's like spilling its treasures. And they are kind of twisted and turned. This one's, his claws kind of wrenched around or whatever. Um, at first, I was like, oh, they're kind of like having a lobster party. They're dancing. There's just so much like movement and tumbling kind of things. Then when the spirals came in too, I'm like, oh, it's like this creation, expansion movement that's happening. Um, I like that they also are that deep red feels like connected to our root. So there may be some like tumbling around in our like root or financial resource. Sense of stability, that kind of thing, with the gold and the prosperity, those kind of things like that. But I also think of the lobster connected to the moon card and tarot, which today is a new moon. So, and like coming out of the waters, like coming out from the depths. I think we're getting a look into the depths here in this scenario. We had yesterday a lot of water and air, and so I feel like we're deeper now, going a little deeper from that one. Yesterday's felt a little bit like uh, movement and change, like we could change our mind. That was one of the things that I'm remembering that came up. This vessel is really interesting to me. It feels like a pot. It feels like it's a circle. All these coins are circles. So it's something about our personal identity. It's also that gold color, like the solar plexus. So it's like the gem that we are, or our personal value is what they're kind of like playing with, playing poker. I like that too. Marcy, that's cool. Like dogs playing poker, it's lobsters playing poker. But they're all tumbled up in it too. It's like they're kind of tumbling around in it. So it feels like that's the energy of today. I also am seeing that there's two of them here, and they kind of, are we going into Gemini? I feel like there's like this kind of yin and yang kind of thing, or there's like duality that's happening with these two. They're not quite in alignment in that way, but I feel like they're kind of getting themselves in that position. I think we're still in Taurus, kind of earthy. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up from them, that they're like underwater but earthy. And so that circle, that wholeness, so we're like kind of wanting wholeness, stability, that kind of thing, but we're still in a movement, tumbling state today, it feels like. And kind of getting a grasp on our intuition is the other thing that, kind of just like, it's so vibrant. I really love the color combinations. It feels really rich and vibrant. So today feels like a really rich, full day. Let's see what we get here. All right. So we got companions. I love this one because this painting was done with there's only been a few times when like a couple has booked a paint gazing session, so I get to work with two, or like two friends or two couples. So that's why I called this one companions. You can see them up here adventuring together. So this is speaking to that duality. I also love that it has a big old fish in the middle too. And it says, together we seek through varied views to find ourselves in one another. Sit with that for a second. So let's break it down. Together we seek. So we're in this together, which was yesterday's was also this duality, and it was talking about your heart breaking open, and so feeling for other people. So today also, but it also feels like the parts of ourselves. So in other people, we can find ourselves in the reflection that we experience in the world. In the external experience can show us what's going on internally. A lot of this is occurring on this external side. So a lot of the movement today feels like it's external. So getting the feedback from other people may be a big piece of that. So together we seek through varied views. So everyone's perspective is a little different, right? Because they're in different bodies, they're coming from different places, they've had different experiences, and that can be valuable. So if you find yourself bumping up against that, other people's perspectives, just take it, on one hand, take it with a grain of salt, right? Because they don't know what's best for you. They can't. However, they can provide you with some information that then you can choose to translate into what you need. There's all these spirals too. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of creativity, and to find ourselves in one another. So recognizing that it is all a reflection coming back, and in doing that, in kind of dealing with the duality of life and the reflections of others in our life and our external experience, that's where we recognize ourselves as the abundant creator. So this is all about translating energy. An unending stream of creative energy is pouring into your vessel. And so it's funny because I was really focused on this vessel over here. So it's like an open cup, open chalice. It's pouring into your vessel. It has the potential to express through you as joy or health or wealth, whatever you want, really. Because you convert the current, therefore you can choose the currency. So if you think about other people's, the interaction we have in the external experience with other people or other beings, animals, just our experiences externally, we get to translate them, we get to interpret them, we give them meaning. And in doing so, that's how we're translating what's pouring into us and how we see ourselves. And it feels like that's what this, that could be treasure. It also could be, we could look at this in two ways, right? Or many ways probably. But if we look at the gold here underwater, we can look at that as debris. It could be, for those lobsters, it might be in the way and disrupting their normal habitat, right? So one person might see that as treasure, one person might see it as garbage. So how we interpret things, and especially in our interactions with other people, is going to determine how we're translating that energy and how we're experiencing it. So so finding yourself, because it's all about our personality and how we see ourselves. That's what we translate into our personal experience. Our personality, what is it? Joe Dispenza, I think. Our personality becomes our personal experience, something like that. So good day. Be mindful today of your interactions with others and how we're interpreting them. And it looks like if there's one or two of you here who would like a card, I'm happy to pull one for you. If you have a specific question or if you just want a general reading, let me know. Drink my coffee from my... So these paintings can go on my site and you can get stuff with them printed on there. This is one that I thought belonged on a coffee cup. It's the moon drinking a cup of tea. All right, Marcy, you got it. Just a general card. I don't know what I'm going to do when the next deck comes out. I'm not going to be able to shuffle this anymore. I'm going to have to choose some not to include. I don't want to do that. Woo, look at that. Marcy, praise the day. There's that golden color in there, isn't it? Express yourself. Yeah, clear that throat. Express yourself in all your grace and glory. Allow your heart to open up and your voice to rise up. Let your soul shine brightly like the morning sun as you declare to the day, I am here. Yeah. Show up fully today. Bring your whole self into the day. Open up, open your arms up. Like I feel like my body just, you do that big stretch. Give yourself a big stretch and open up that heart space and give thanks for the day. I can feel the sinus. You hear my sinuses? Yeah. Open all that stuff up. Praise the day, even with the pollen. You're very welcome. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I hope that you have a really beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to go and enter the giveaway. I'll be announcing the winner on Thursday. So there's 3 more days to enter. Or no, yeah, so you get 2 more days to enter. Yeah, cough, cough. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.